Salutations everybody, it is Matty here today and welcome to the Elder Scrolls 6 Wishlist series, a series designed to help dictate the future of the Elder Scrolls franchise. Every Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or at least I try, to sit down and go through your wishes. What Bethesda should take inspiration from, what they should learn from previous titles, what they should take from those previous titles and carry into future ones. We discuss all of that in this series here. Today, we are going to be talking about fun side activities, and this wish comes from MrMattyPlays. What a fucking name that is. Someone get that man a medal. He says, how about some fun side activities like an arena or a card game just to chill and maybe make some money in game, like poker in Red Dead Redemption or Caravan in New Vegas. Here's the thing I've noticed about side activities where we look at the examples listed here, or even Gwent in The Witcher 3, betting on fights in Final Fantasy 15, it's that detachment in-game that makes it all the more appealing, where you're in-game but you're away from the game. You're taking a break from what you normally do in the game. So for example, New Vegas, we're always questing, we're always having a great time, but it's that detachment where you do something that does fit the theme of the universe and you play a card game and just neglect all of your responsibilities essentially. Thus making it more appealing because it's just some time to kick your feet up, and instead of making choices and killing people, you're just playing a card game. I know there are plenty of people out there who has one of their favorite aspects about Red Dead Redemption just being the fact that you can sit down and play poker. People learn about real life things through video games, and a lot of people learned how to play poker through Red Dead Redemption. I completely agree with the fact that we need an arena. I don't know why that isn't a trope in the Elder Scrolls universe. There should always be an arena since Oblivion, I feel, because that was such a unique and fun thing to do, and it brought about one of the most famous memes from the Elder Scrolls community, which is the Adoring Fan. And it would be hilarious if we saw in Elder Scrolls 6 a new version of the Adoring Fan come around, and in each consecutive entry afterwards. Now, I guess the thing we do have to confront here is that once you're done with said arena, then there's not much to do with it, where, for example, card games like poker, Caravan, Gwent, are replayable. You can keep going, and especially when Gwent was a big part of The Witcher 3 and kept you running around questing. Certain quests gave you certain Gwent cards, which allowed you to take on better Gwent players and thus becoming the best Gwent player in the lands. So it's that universe connection where you're actually accomplishing something that'll help you down the line, but also being disconnected from the main mechanics of the game that make these fun side activities so enjoyable. And I want to emphasize that we are focusing on side activities, not side quests, because we talked about that a little bit last week. We're talking about just these random little mini games that we can do that end up being a lot of fun. And like I said, I've recognized as more and more as I grow as a gamer that the ones that I find the most appealing are the ones that fit the universe but feel like a detachment from what it normally is. For example, the hacking minigame in Nier Automata. This is a title by Platinum Games, and they have a hacking minigame which turns into essentially like an arcade shooter, and it's a blast from the past, but it also makes sense in the context of the universe. So, based off the way the industry's trending, I wouldn't be too surprised to see a card game built into the Elder Scrolls 6, but we also have to keep in mind that Elder Scrolls Legends exists. So who knows, it'll be a card game, maybe it'll be a unique arena thing. I know Bethesda wanted us to create our own arenas in the Fallout 4 Wasteland Workshop DLC. That didn't work out all too well. So I think a good example of a fun side activity in Elder Scrolls 6 could be like hunting. I think instead of running around killing all these different type of enemies and questing, it would be nice to just immerse yourself in nature and hunt different game down for rewards. But I still think that's in the vein of killing things, looting, and bringing them back to a quest giver, so to say. But it could expand in a million and one ways. I don't think anyone expected Gwent in The Witcher 3, and I don't think if Elder Scrolls 6 has its own side game that will catch on, you can't really expect it because that's part of it catching on, right? No one expects it. Anyway, that'll do it for this week's Elder Scrolls 6 wishlist video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you, MrMattyPlays, for an excellent comment. And what ideas do you have for not only the next Elder Scrolls 6 wishlist series, but also side activities that the Elder Scrolls 6 could have? Fire away down below. Make your voice heard. Other than that, follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook. Those links are in the description down below. And do consider supporting my Patreon. It helps fuel all the content we create here. Other than that, stay sexy, stay active. I love you all. Peace.